Bienvenidas y bienvenidos al podcast de Mr.White. Mr.White versus el podcast. Saludos amigas y amigos, espero que estén muy bien. Hace unas 5 o 6 semanas me llegó un correo de un meetup con recomendaciones de eventos que podrían interesarme y pues vi un Story Jam de Google Cloud Nuremberg, el cual me pareció bastante interesante. Trataba sobre Machine Learning en Google Cloud Platform. Y bueno, así que decidí unirme. Vi que tenían un grupo en Slack, el cual también me uní rápidamente. Y el día del evento pusieron un enlace de Hangouts al cual pues también me uní. Y pues me llevó aquella sorpresa, más de 1200 personas de todo el mundo, súper amables, amigables, acompañando durante ese proceso de unas 6 horas para terminar todos los retos de este Story Jam y obtener un certificado oficial, de hecho, respecto a esta comunidad en relación a TensorFlow. Y pues yo honestamente quedé maravillado de la hospitalidad, la amabilidad y el respeto de aquel grupo de personas, mayoritariamente de Europa y de Asia, y la sinergia del grupo pues era bastante increíble. Y me di cuenta que hacen eso todas las semanas. Se unen a aprender un tema en específico, se apoyan y también disfrutan porque son súper amables y pues mejoran todos sus conocimientos. Es por eso que decidí invitar a los fundadores de la comunidad a hablar en este episodio del podcast. Karen y Vladislav Tamrazyan me contaron cómo y por qué construyeron esta comunidad tan increíble desde la bella zona de Bavaria en Alemania. Así que arranquemos. No, thank you so much for taking your time and participating. I feel like this is an amazing time for collaborating. And actually, that was what I was talking to Karen. How did you guys build this community around Google Cloud, which I'm very passionate about, and I'm about to take my certification exam, so hopefully I will get it right. But all the tools, all the training you guys have gave is amazing for us, for anyone in the world that is trying to get their certification, trying to improve their knowledge. So that's the first thing I wanted to talk. Like, how do you guys come up with a community that is based on German but has people from around the world? Like I was looking at the Slack, and you guys have people from South America, North America, Asia, all the Europe. So how did this build? How did this happen from? Was it happen from one day to another, or it has been building from years? So how did this happen?
Mhm. So maybe I can start with a story. And if you want to see a real coverage of our community, you should attend one of our cloud study jams, which we
Yeah.
run almost weekly. And we have a nice traditions there. At the beginning, we would ask like to greet everyone, each other. But the second proposal would be to post your location with the flag of your country,
Hmm.
and you will see all sorts of flags there, and also different cities and places. What's really
Yeah,
nice,
that's crazy. But
yeah.
it's actually it started, it started mostly offline. On site we had at least once in 3 weeks, I would say, we had a meetup on site in Nuremberg. Nuremberg. It's a capital of Franconia here in Bavaria in Germany,
Nice.
and we've got like every meetup was like up to 30 persons maybe maximum. Sometimes different people, new people, but we have a core team of remaining members which were visiting every meetup. And this situation, with Corona, this whole story, it was a nice push to think about expanding behind the borders, because gathering people on site, it's also, of course, it has its advantages. It's a personal touch, and people face to face. You talk to them more, maybe closely, but of course, from the other side, it's also restricting. You
Hmm.
cannot you cannot grow and expand as quick and as far as you can having this network capabilities and different meeting platforms like we are using now, for example. And Karen, he is a crazy guy. He always has new ideas, and he's this engine in our community who is thinking about some new horizons all the time and expanding, like putting in new ideas, trying something new. And he proposed to invite people from all over the globe, and it worked. People are joining very, very. Freely, very openly. They help each other, and what I like in our meetups, we really get people who is willing to learn together with us, and who is also ready to give something, not just to receive. They also try to help each other. Sometimes we get very complicated questions, like how to do something special in Google Cloud Platform that maybe we even don't know, although we are quite experienced, but still. And we have people who are helping out with these questions, answering these questions to our members, and it's really great to see how people help each other. I think we were like seeking for such community, and they found it in our community, and they stick to our community, and they return, and this grows. Now we have more than 2,000 members, I guess, already.
Wow, that's huge. That's a huge community. You wanted to add something, Karin?
Yeah, well, this whole situation, it pretty much demands you to go online. I know some communities are just postponing their meetups, their events, what is a little bit pity, I guess. But then those who are active will even drive more people and will involve more people into their actions. And I must point out that this in-person thing was very nice. This is how the whole thing started with our community. It started in August of 2019, last year. But then we quickly spotted that there is a demand for people who are far away to get the knowledge, to get onboarded, to just develop themselves further. And this meeting in person only is a kind of limitation for them.
Right.
Exactly. So even this at the beginning of this year, back in January, we started to experiment with online presence, like how we would do this online. We conducted the first online meetup actually in January, and then this Corona situation only amplified the whole our shift to online medium, to online kind of format of running it. And you know what? We talked to Vladislav. He's one of the co-founders, and I'm another one. We started both of us have started this community. We spoke to each other, and we kind of decided, or maybe we challenged ourselves to not run in-person meetups anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I will explain you what I mean. Of course, we will see our members who are in Nuremberg or around Nuremberg in neighboring places in person. But I would design it in such a way that people from remote locations, from distant places, would also be able to take part in this kind of events. So it will be kind of hybrid event, what we want to achieve for the future after the Corona crisis.
That is great. That is a great vision, actually. Um,
Yeah.
so I just wanted to, after talking about community and how do you build it, like, why did you decided to make it around like Google Cloud? Why engineers should care about cloud engineering? Like, I see a lot of people that are coming from coding, like coming from actually writing software, being interested more and more on cloud computing and even more on Google Cloud Computing. So I wanted to ask, like, why do you feel we should care about cloud computer nowadays, and even more with this whole situation that's going on around the globe? And why do you feel people are moving also from different sectors to the cloud computing area?
Well, we can speak of both things. Again, communities, why community around Google Cloud, and also about cloud computing in general. It was more of an accident, or like it was not really very thoughtfully planned to run it on the Google network. But um, actually, to be honest, I think Google runs right now the biggest community network worldwide. And there are other big companies, like other big tech companies, which also have very expanded networks. Like one of them would be like Microsoft, for example, and they have it like for many years already ongoing. But Google has this network of Google developer groups, they call themselves. It's for short, it's GDG. And there is another type of these GDGs which is only cloud targeted. It's called GDG Cloud. So Google Developer Networks Cloud. We are one of the cloud chapters. And how it came to life, it was just one of the regular GDG meetups where we were not organizers at all. Kudos to our Android friends from Nuremberg. It was their meetup, just a regular meetup with some grilling going on in August. So I attended this meetup, and then I saw there a really great community manager from Google